And I'm back.
We're back.
We're back. Okay, I've got here Courtney Miller, a friend of mine that we went to school with 25 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
If you see the first two videos, we're talking about our experience over at LACHSA, Los Angeles County High School for the Arts, how we knew each other there and how he became the top dancer there at that school, along with being a Michael Jackson dancer. I was doing the Emmy Awards dancing there. And then we got to share on the second video of my reasons of how I was able to do some of those things, which he didn't know. He didn't know that I had a separate life outside of LACHSA. And we're talking about how much LACHSA is very demanding. But I had done that. So on this video today, I'm going to be finally, the last video was on my hidden life, like this other life that he didn't know about.
Right.
So on today's video, I'm going to reveal something that I cared not to share for 25 years.
Okay.
All right. So, so as I'm about to do this, you remember how it was like at LACHSA, right? We discussed that on the first video.
Yeah.
The schedule was 8 o'clock to 4:30. People were driving in from an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours even to get to school.
Yes.
Sometimes people had to sleep there because it was just like rehearsals would be so late and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's 4:30 on a normal day, but oftentimes we're working until 11 o'clock at night rehearsing, right?
Sometimes, yeah.
It's a very demanding schedule. So I'd like to show you something. Okay. Of something that I had also done. Now you know that I did it, but now you get to see the video in its entirety.
Okay.
All right. And you if you haven't seen the other video, he's a writer, director. He's transitioned from just being a dancer and a choreographer to writing, directing commercials, pitching movies, right?
Yep,
right?
yep.
Television TV shows,
yep.
stuff like that. So multi-talented. So I'm super excited sitting here. And he's been reviewing some cool stuff. So check out the other video where he's talked about touring with Michael Jackson and around the entire world, and touring with Kenny Ortega, my favorite director, which I didn't know.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
that's
I'm
crazy.
like, wow, that's great. I mean, awesome. So anyways, so on this video, let's just take a look at just one of the projects that I had done. So so we went to LACHSA together. You know, we're sharing some beautiful memories, looking at our yearbook and our time at LACHSA, right? Yeah. So let me show you your video, okay?
All right. Sports arena.
I'll get that thing off. Oh, there it is.
Okay.
Did you catch the beginning part?
Yes.
Okay. I know. They had one shot at just filming when they filmed it. This is how they filmed it.
Like, it's a lot of people, like, you know.
It's live cutting, like camera two.
I know. But then you tell the next person to get ready for the next camera. You tell them how to frame it.
And you see the effect and everything like that? I designed all that. So that's only a third of the group. This picture right here.
Okay, yeah. This picture, yeah.
This picture.
Yeah.
But I'm leading 180 dancers to this high school. Okay? Now, the question really is, how did I do that? Because I'm full-time at LACHSA. How did I direct, be the creative director on that, special effects director, and start in this show?
You had no life, basically. It's very simple. You had no life. You don't sleep.
I don't sleep.
It's very simple.
Because I have no life.
You basically have an IV with coffee going to your veins, and you leave school with the IV.
But we left school at 11 o'clock.
Well, not every night, but I mean, only during rehearsal times. But you had no life. You had no life.
6 roles.
You had no life.
I have no life.
You had no life.
Now,
at the time.
we got this like, guys. Well, you're a twin. You have a twin. Or
Yeah, I already. Yeah.
Yeah, that was one. And then you had written on this one, you had said smart, right?
Right.
And I said
utilize your time wisely.
And it's like, okay, let's say if I was smart.
You used your time wisely.
Okay, use my time wisely.
Yeah.
But that's a pretty big project.
Oh, hell yeah. You just had no life. That's all. There's 24 hours in a day. We all have 24 hours.
All right.
8 hours we're in school.
Okay.
8 hours we're sleeping, and you get 8 hours to do whatever the hell you want to do. For that 8 hours, for whatever the hell you want to do, that's what you were doing.
That's what I was doing. Okay. but now, physically, to be able to direct.
Yeah.
Because I was also back there. The set design.
Yeah, that's
the
insane.
concept.
It's asinine. Crazy.
The streamers that you see at the end, the fire that you see coming out of the Emperor's hands.
Yeah.
Obviously,
which I'm surprised they didn't dock you for, because I'm like, that's a safety hazard.
Yeah, it totally is. Oh yeah, we're like just.
Yeah, well, F it.
Just
throw it all at them.
Just throw it all out.
Yeah.
We'll get fined.
Yeah,
I don't care.
I don't care. Whatever. We're gonna have a good time.
We're gonna have a good time.
You're so funny.
So I had done that, and you're saying, okay, well, I had no life, right?
You had no life.
I had no life.
None.
That's why. Now.
And very little sleep.
Very little sleep. Very little sleep. Now I'm gonna reveal how I did that.
Okay.
Okay.
Show me.
On this. Here's the other one. I think you saw a little portion of this. This is again with Sarah. You don't have to watch the whole thing, but you can see another production that I also was doing at the same time. I'm going up. This is senior year. Okay. So on top of the Best Actor Award at LACHSA, which is pretty hard to do. That's Kim. I still talk to her to this day. Yeah. So Sarah and I did 2 Emmy Awards that year. Did you know that?
No.
So we did 2 Emmy Awards. Tommy Davidson. He was on a popular show called In Living Color, right? Which was very revolutionary because in that show they had African American, white, an Asian guy, Jim Carrey, right? It was a mix mixture of Asian, multicultural.
Carrie Naba was one of the fly girls who now were the judges for Dancing with the Stars.
Right. Jennifer Lopez, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I'm the opening segment producer, opening segment director.
Welcome to the 44th Annual Prime Time Creative Arts Emmy Awards.
All that hair.
All that hair, yeah. All that hair, yeah. This is right after we graduated.
Okay.
You saw it right after prom. You
Yes.
saw the LA Emmy
Yeah.
Awards. That's Sarah.
And then Sarah's like, I'm going to be winning awards from this show.
And your host for the evening, ladies and gentlemen, in living colors, Tommy Davidson.
So that's very good. That was the whole thing. All the way to the last joke he
How
says.
you doing? I'm gonna take my time.
Michael,
What I'm gonna do is now we designed that trick to illustrate the fact that inside of every white woman is a black man.
So
That's very good.
Thank you very much for
up
watching.
until then, you know, so I produced it, worked with Tommy,
Yeah.
directed him, Sarah, and actually, if you see what's going on up there, again, it's another multicultural.
Yeah.
We're at the Emmy Awards.
Yeah.
This is right at the Rodney King.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rodney King riots. That just finished, and we're performing at the Emmy Awards, kind of representing, right, how we can all work together.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Very cool.
African American guy.
Yep.
I've got an Asian assistant. I've got Sarah, a beautiful blonde. You know, I look probably non-traditional. You know, whatever.
Yeah.
We're opening the Emmy Awards.
Yeah,
You know,
it's awesome.
that's how we did it. So, so on this one here, let's go into how I did this. Okay. All right. Now, before as I'm going to show you that now. Hold on. Let me make sure. Okay.
I'm trying not to look at the.
Yeah,
the
I
notes
know.
there.
My
My eyes are averting.
So, so let's do a recap of how we started this whole conversation. Okay. The first thing when I contacted you, we haven't seen each other in 25 years.
Yeah.
The first thing you said was what?
That I was thinking about you.
I was thinking about.
Yeah.
And my first answer back to you was,
You said you know.
I said I know. I just said I know.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, "Oh, come on!" And you know, he didn't say MF, but
Yeah.
that's what you said.
I thought
Okay.
about it.
I thought about it. He's like, "This guy's just pulling my chain,
Yeah.
doing his whatever thing."
You won't do your magic trick on me.
Yeah. Well, it's Hayashi. Okay, so the second part was, I said, "Hey, you know what? I danced at the Emmy Awards, which is pretty. You know, it's not like you're hidden among 180 people.
Right.
You know, you're up there by I was up there by myself.
Yeah.
You know, and you got one shot. I had one shot at it.
Yeah.
To dance up in the Emmy. I was doing other stuff too.
Yeah.
You know, I'm also speaking and doing the other magic and stuff like that. But I'm dancing at the Emmy. Dude. I am not a dancer.
Yeah.
You know, I could probably dance today because after in college I took some dance classes.
Okay.
But up until then,
Yeah.
no dancing.
Wow.
No ballet class, no jazz class. All is the training that you guys have to do, your dedication to your work, your craft. I was being trained as an actor. So I can't say, oh yeah, of course I've been, you know, I'm an actor. I trained as that. But never took a dance class. So that was it. And I told you, what did I tell you? How I said, I already kind of told you how I did it. What did I say I did?
You said you're a wizard.
Well, that was one, but I said
Oh, you said you watched us during rehearsals.
I watched you like one, maybe two rehearsals,
yeah,
right? I just sat there, ate lunch, up fifth floor at Cal State LA,
Yeah.
King
Hall.
King Hall.
King's Hall, yeah.
King's Hall. And I watched you.
Yeah.
Like maybe 30 minutes. Okay. And I said, yeah, that's how I did it. And you're like, oh, come on.
Yeah.
Okay. That was the second one.
Yeah.
Okay, third one, I'm showing this Japanese army thing. You're saying, oh, you didn't sleep.
Yeah.
That's
put it all
how
together.
I put all that together. at a school that I'm not even attending,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mhm.
And you and I already discussed how demanding LACHSA is.
Yes.
You see Fame High. If you guys see that documentary, you can see these people just breaking down because the curriculum is so demanding.
Yeah.
Right.
Demanding curriculum, demanding arts.
Okay. So we mentioned by definition, I'm a wizard. By definition, right?
Yeah.
You know, I'm a magician,
Right.
wise person. Well, I'm a computer whiz. You know, definition, wizard, right?
Mhm.
But I said, that's what it is. So by definition, whether you like it or not, I'm technically a wizard by definition. The other thing that we talked about was, well, you know, I mean, obviously mythological wizards don't exist because, I mean, that means, oh, what are the dragons walking around and like
right.
elves and, you know, leprechauns and pot of gold, whatever, you know. But I've got this secret
Okay.
that I didn't want to share because think about this. Back in the day, like you know, like 50 years ago, if you were like working for the military
Mm-hmm.
and you're on a fighter jet or something like that, and you saw like a UFO fly by,
Right.
like, you know, you come back, your commanding officer tells you like, listen,
Mm-hmm.
if you care about your career, you better keep your mouth shut,
Right.
right? Or it's treason.
Or they'll look at you as being crazy.
So they'll look at
Yeah.
you like being crazy.
Right.
I feel sorry for people who've been
Yeah.
abducted by aliens
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
And there's people coming forward. You know, especially nowadays, even in the news, we've got a lot of issues. You know, there's all this sexual harassment,
Yeah.
all that stuff's all in the news. People are now coming forward of stuff that happened to them a long time ago.
Right.
Right?
Right.
And then obviously, I mean, this is not a big deal anymore, but you know, people come out, you know, like, I'm coming out, you know, and then they announce that they're gay.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm not gay, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah. I love
Either way.
I love
Okay.
well,
All right. Well, stay focused.
oh, okay.
Stay focused. Stay focused.
Stay focused. But okay, but those are like
Yeah.
some examples.
Things that
Okay.
happen, sure.
Okay. So here's what it comes down to. Let me just see if I get that. Okay. I said here.
Okay.
Why don't I just write down
Okay. Let me see
what it is?
what it is. Write it down.
Okay.
I can't peek.
Okay. This is also explains what the secret right,
Okay.
is right here.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So, let me kind of go through that. Okay. 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 I am.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I'm psychic.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. Now, first off, do you believe psychics exist?
I believe that people exist who claim to be psychic.
To claim to be psychic,
Correct.
right? Okay. Now, that's okay. However, just so you understand, the government as well as the police have utilized psychics when they have like a missing case and they haven't been able to find people. And there's documentaries on that. Anybody could look it up, and I think I'll put those links on there. There are people that could do that. They're remote viewers. They have documentaries where they're showing them. They go, what's in that other room?
Yes.
They cover it up. They're not doing a show. They go, okay, you can start drawing. I see this, like that, and then they pull it up and goes, oh, yeah, it matches.
Mm-hmm.
And then Stan Lee, right, he does a thing where it's like superhuman or something like that. He goes around, he kind of videotapes and documents people that have these abnormal natural, they've got supernatural, they're not natural powers, they're beyond. Like
Okay.
even people that are magnetic, literally they'll take a spoon and it just sticks to them.
Mhm.
Like these spoons, hence like hammers, they'll just stick to them. They're actually literally magnetic.
Okay.
Okay. So it is something that I didn't want to admit to anybody that I'm psychic.
Okay.
Okay. Now the first thing that people come out of your mind is goes, if you're psychic, right? And by the way, that is one of the powers of a wizard, right?
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
A mythological wizard.
Okay. I think that's nebulous. I think people just you know, you can kind of
they
make
actually,
that part up.
They're,
I'm not
they're
sure
not
if
a
all wizards are psychic.
they're not a magician that does like card tricks and wow, you know, the card trick appear and stuff like that, right? That is not magicians that do a card trick are not wizards. They're just people that do card tricks. That's what they are. Okay? But I go, well, by definition, I'm technically a wizard. Okay, none of that. Whether I'm wise, I'm a computer whiz, or I'm doing a card trick, none of that goes into the mythological wizard.
Okay.
Okay. But a mythological wizard supposedly has supernatural powers.
Okay.
Okay. Would if I'm saying I'm psychic, would that qualify?
As what?
As a supernatural power.
Yeah, it's because it's not natural.
It's not natural.
No.
Most people don't walk around doing that.
Correct.
Or even if they could admit it, right? And I'm not setting up. Just so you know, people out there, I am not setting up some little shop out there, pop at a sandwich board out there that says tarot card reading, and I'm going to tell you what, you know what, I'm not doing that. Then a lot of the first things that people think is, oh my gosh, if you're psychic, you either got to have, you know, why don't you win the lottery?
Of course.
Well, win the lottery then.
Sure.
When did my grandmother, what did she want to say to me before she died? You know, or what am I thinking, right? Or prove it. Now, when I showed you that, which is the one that you thought of?
None of those, actually.
None of those.
No. None of those. No.
Well, what did you think?
I wanted to get your definition of what a psychic is.
Okay.
Because it can be all over the place.
It can be.
Yeah.
It can be. And maybe I'll do another video where I explain. I mean, I guess I can explain to you what I do here. The abilities I have is I could read people's minds.
Okay.
I know what they're thinking. I could, and if you know what people are thinking, wouldn't you have an advantage?
Possibly, yeah, most definitely.
You'd have an advantage, right? You would have an advantage. So I have that ability. Plus, I could transmit my mind onto other people.
Okay.
And I could have the ability to control things.
Okay.
Control other people.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right. So when the first one I said, okay. When I said I contacted you, you said I just thought of you. I go, I know.
Okay.
Because I thought of you.
Okay.
So instantly we thought of each other.
All right.
And but I did that intentionally. That's one. And then there's other people that will claim that they can somewhat do that. You know, they feel that happen. Like, oh my gosh, I thought this person phone call rang.
Sure.
Right.
Yeah.
But I'm consciously doing that on a repeated basis, and I do it on mass levels. The other thing is, one of the other abilities I have is that the second time I said, how did I perform at the Emmy Awards without ever taking a dance class? And I said, oh, because I watched it. You're like, yeah, good, yeah, whatever. Okay. The other ability I have is that I could take your mind and I could incorporate that into my body.
Okay.
Okay, you can see that even me doing the trick. It is a trick illusion. It's a famous Harry Houdini illusion where I'm doing that, and it's called metamorphosis. I have the ability to metamorphosize or to be able to incorporate your abilities into my body. Not to that perfect degree, but relatively close. That's how I was able to do that.
Okay.
Okay. And finally, you asked me how did I do that? All those performers?
Yes.
Okay. I never showed up to rehearsal.
Okay.
Okay. Except for one day.
Okay.
For like an hour. I psychically did that.
No. Nope.
I wasn't.
Nope.
Physically?
Nope.
Did you see me at school? Because if I don't go to LACHSA, you get kicked out.
Right. That's true.
And we end our classes like at 4:30 at night.
Yes.
4:30. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. 11 o'clock at night.
You're talking to a workaholic, so.
But I can't physically be in two places at one time.
No, of course not. So then you rehearse after school.
But they've already done their rehearsal.
No, they rehearse after school too.
Oh, okay. But their rehearsals maybe last till 5, 6 o'clock.
You can make rehearsal time, whatever time you want. I'm not believing that part. You lost me on. Sorry, nice try. I'm not doing that.
Okay.
I've had too many rehearsals. Let me put it that way.
Too many rehearsals. Okay. So now let's go back to what I had done earlier.
Okay.
What I had explained. The explanation of this. How did I
Boom, boom, boom.
become an actor,
Right.
dancer, wrote an off-Broadway play, present at the Emmy Awards, led a football team. They're all different skill levels.
Yes,
right?
yes.
They're all different.
Yes.
Right? Not including the show you just watched.
Yes.
Okay. How did I do that? You said you're smart.
Yes.
Okay. My reason, and there's no reason for me to lie to you. Like, I'm not going to lie to you and say, hey, you know what? Reality is I'm gay. Like, why would I admit to something that's not true?
Okay.
In fact, it'd be very, like, number one, I'm not, or, like, why would I admit? And it's even difficult.
No reason to do that.
People would get ridiculed if you were to admit. That's the reason why I don't admit. I didn't admit it, like a UFO.
Okay.
Okay.
That's fair.
If you're asking me,
Mm-hmm.
how did I do all that?
Yes.
My answer is not because I'm lucky. We already talked about that. My answer is not because I'm crazy or stupid, which some of you guys are already jumping into that bandwagon.
Yeah. Okay.
This MF is crazy, right? And think about that. Regardless of whether you think I'm crazy or not, these are the things I actually did. And if you want to ask me how I did it, who's the only one that technically knows the answer?
You.
I'm the only one.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I talented? I appreciate that. Thank you very much for anyone saying I'm talented. If you're saying I'm smart, technically that also means like a computer whiz, someone that was smart enough to figure all this out. I was smart enough to figure all that out. I would say that's a whiz kid, whatever, okay? Definition-wise, I'm a wizard, but that's not it. I did it psychically.
Okay.
So that's me.
Okay.
Coming out.
All right. Coming out.
Coming
out
out.
the closet.
Coming out of the closet. Look, that's what it is. Coming out of the closet, and I don't know how people are going to treat me from this point moving forward.
Oh, you'll be fine. Nobody's gonna treat you bad.
Yeah, well, hopefully
Yeah,
not.
they're not gonna treat you
I've
bad.
already gotten death threats. Oh, yeah,
That's silly.
yeah. I've gotten people that are
Why?
because
silly.
for one thing, in other types of religion, a mythological wizard don't exist.
Okay.
Wizardry completely goes against their beliefs.
Okay.
And because of that, I've been chewing on this for a very long time. And it's not something you want to openly admit. Of course not, just like the UFO thing. And now that I'm saying this, now here's the other part that's a little different.
Okay.
So I was a teenager, that claims that I'm psychic. By definition, I'm a wizard. Okay. And it goes, well, if you're such a wizard or a psychic, where's the lottery? Well, I'm a freaking kid. Do you really care about winning the lottery when you're a teenager? I mean, no, I'd rather not have won the lottery and sit on a beach when you're a teenager. I wanted to do everything. I basically got to play out every fantasy I wanted to play out
Okay.
in my life.
Gotcha.
And I said, okay, I did it psychically. And then it became a reality. That's what happened.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
This is also, do you know any other wizards out there?
No.
Okay. Have you heard of a fictional character that's a wizard?
Of course, Harry Potter.
Okay, all right. So let me just share with you this video.
Okay.
Okay. All right, here it is.